Put your mic on now. We're ready whenever you are, whenever they are.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Macedonia Park in the Illawarra for this afternoon's round 3 NPL Women's New South Wales first grade matchup. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon as the Illawarra Stingrays host the Western Sydney Wanderers. The Western Sydney Wanderers coming off the back of their first win in competition history. This being their first season in the competition, a 3-1 win last week over Sydney Olympic, while the Stingrays will be hoping to maintain their undefeated start to 2025, winning 2-1 against Sydney Uni in round 1 for a 0-0 draw last week against Mount Druitt Town Rangers at Popondetta Park in stifling hot conditions. Much cooler here this afternoon in the Illawarra and indeed all over Sydney. Take you through the starting lineups. In goal for the home side, the Illawarra Stingrays, number 31, Kiara Roche, number 4, Poppy Hooks, number 7 and captain is Chloe Middleton, number 8 is Siobhan Edwards, who was listed in jersey number 14 but has walked out wearing jersey number 8. Number 10 is Alexia Carastal, number 12 is Annabella Keep, number 15 is Caitlin Cooper, number 16 Genevieve Nisbet, number 19 Layla Etherington, number 20 is Ella Giles, and rounding out the starting 11, number 30 is Hayley Bicknell. For the substitutes, it's number 1 Sophie Emery, who's the backup goalkeeper. Number 2 is Tara Cannon. Number 22 is Brielle Masters. Number 24 is Mia McGovern. Number 25 is Annabella Pinkard. And number 27 is Helena Halos Lewis. Well, for the visiting Western Sydney Wanderers, in goals, it's number 1 Amy Hall. Number 3 is Gemma Ferris. Number 5 is Chelsea Barton. Number 8 is Estella Cameron. Number 11 is Miriam Zamaya. Number 14 is Alvina Kashaba. Number 16 is Annika Stajic. Number 18 is Amy Barker. Number 23 is Maya Lobo. Number 26 is Sienna Arate. And rounding out the starting 11, it's number 32, Brooklyn Hudson. Well, the substitutes, number 6, Ardun Sojan. Number 7 is Alyssa McKenzie. Number 15 is Angelina Scarmadella. Number 20 is Jasmine Selva. Number 21 is Olivia Vanderlaan. And number 25 is Hope Claw. As we're just about ready to get this game underway, we have kickoff. It's the Western Sydney Wanderers running from right to left on your screen in the opening 45 in the red jerseys with black striping, black shorts, and red and black socks. While for the Illawarra Stingrays, they're in the traditional two-toned pink kit with white striping, blue shorts, and white socks. As Hudson intercepts the ball, it's then picked up by Nisbet, who leaves it off for a teammate. Comes away here to Chloe Middleton. Middleton sending it here to Keep. Who finds Etherington. Back to Keep. Middleton back on the ball. Layla Etherington sending it forward and picked up by Gemma Ferris. It's with Kashaba. Maya Lobo sending it forward. Wearing the captain's armband. Looking for Annika Stajic. Stajic sending it to Hudson. Back to Kashaba. And we'll go across to Gemma Ferris. Gemma Ferris, one of several players in the squad with A-League women's experience. Along with Annika Stajic. I believe Maya Lobo had some A-League women's experience as well. I could be wrong off that. My memory might be fading me as Layla Etherington passes it on. It comes out here to Caitlin Cooper, who decides to backheel it to Cara Stahl. Go out for a goal kick. So this is the Wanderers' first season in the competition, taking the place of the Football New South Wales Institute, who no longer exist. One of the advantages of being an academy side for an A-League women's team is players can go up and down during the early parts of the season, while other teams in the competition have to wait until the transfer window before they can sign and play their A-League women's stars once those contracts expire. So Wanderers with a slight advantage on the rest of the competition, although they certainly have their drawbacks. There's usually age restrictions on the academy sides in some degree. As we have someone in jersey number 33 who's not listed on the team sheet. So we have a second change of number. I might have to play process of elimination here on the fly, as Annika Stajic attempted to run onto that one. Was put out behind, but the flag is up for offside. As Kiara Roche sends it long. Picked up there by Cameron, who's not able to maintain possession, so Hayley Bicknell will come away with it. As Cooper sends it back to Middleton. Pass was looking for Annabella Keep, but Ella Giles unable to find her teammate. There's no jersey number 33 listed in the under-23s side for the Wanderers that played before this, so I really am going to be working blind here on the fly. So apologies to that player, but until I find out your name at half-time, it will be number 33. Annika Stajic. Out for a throw-in for the Wanderers. Well, if you're watching along at home and happen to know who the player is in jersey number 33, unless I somehow managed to work it out beforehand, as Sienna Arate has her pass intercepted, you can let me know. For those of you who follow me on social media, it would be greatly appreciated, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out if you do. As Cameron not able to take the ball from Alexia Carastal. Here's Middleton. Goes backwards to Giles. There's Etherington. Tries to send it down here, looking for keep. She will win the throw in. Caristyle gets a pass away. It's picked off by Hudson. Sent long here, finding Estella Cameron. We picked up there by Miriam Zamaya. Zamaya looking to get the pass away. Come in here to Arate. To Alvina Kashaba, who tries to chip that over the back line. And claimed by Kiara O'Shea. I think I might have narrowed it down to Amy Barker in jersey number 33 instead of jersey number 18 as listed. As Etherington heads that beyond the back line, finds Siobhan Edwards. Edwards looking for a cross, has to hold it up. Now gets the cross away. Etherington with a back turn, didn't see it coming. Keeps it alive. Edwards. Through for Keep. Keep looking to cross it in. Able to find Etherington. Edwards gets a touch to it. Finds Middleton. Back inside here for Cooper. That's with Keep. Looks to cross it in, looking for Siobhan Edwards. Unable to do so. Is picked off. But kept alive by Keep, this attack. Middleton. Finds Edwards, who attempts to flick it on for Cooper, headed away. And now cleared by Sienna Arate, only as far as Nisbet, who picks off the pass. Bicknell not able to pick up the loose ball. Now the Wanderers with a chance to move here. Down the right, cross comes in for Annika Stajic. It's with Stajic, who tries to play that through here. As picked off by Ella Giles. Stajic, who passes it away. Crossfield off the back of the numbers of Wanderers midfielder. It's with Lobo, who crosses out here to Hudson. Hudson looking to get it back on the inside. Keep sends it out. So it will be a throw in to the visitors. Choose to go backwards here to Arate. Cleared out for a throw in by the Stingrays. Had a very even back and forth contest over these opening 9 minutes. As Kashaba throws it in. Siobhan Edwards comes away with it, sends it for Middleton, who gets it away from the oncoming Maya Lobo, but picked off there by Gemma Ferris. Etherington is along the ground. Middleton attempts to control that, unable to do so, before having to come back to it. A long crossfield pass there from Poppy Hooks. As one of the two the Illawarra Stingrays goals this season in their opening week win over Sydney University 2-1. Here's Ferris. Arate. Brought down there by Hudson. Kashaba pushes it forward, looking for Barker. Back to Kashaba. Here's Arate. Kishaba going backwards to Maya Lobos, wearing the captain's armband. Ferris. To Estella Cameron. Goes back to Lobo. The wind just starting to pick up a little bit here at Macedonia Park, and there's certainly a lot of different conditions to what it was last week, as Kiara Roche just leaves it off for hooks. Keep. Etherington was the other goal scorer this season thus far for the Stingrays in that 2-1 win. As I said earlier, 0-0 draw greeted the Stingrays on their trip to Popondetta Park last week. Stifling conditions in Sydney's west. High 30s at kickoff, either 36 or 37. It was only a little bit cooler where I was last week at Lambert Park, which was 34 degrees at the time. As Roche chips it up at the time of kickoff for all of the other games in the competition. The game was a 5 p.m. kickoff, all the others were moved back to 7 p.m. Certainly much more appropriate conditions for football this week in the NPL Women's New South Wales competition, as Genevieve Nisbet takes a throw. Here's Carastal. Hudson. Pass was picked off there by Hooks. Middleton. Lobo goes back to Amy Hall. Here's Ferris. Roche. Giles. And here's Annabella Keep making a run, and will come onto it as she's got Edwards. She ends up nutmegging Lobo. She take the shot herself. Always heading off towards the left was that shot. Can't blame her for trying. Particularly, I don't think she noticed the run of Edwards till it was a touch too late, and I think you'd rather get a shot away at that point than have the hold up. Funny things happen when you shoot the ball. Little deflections. Maybe if that hadn't have kept curling left, maybe Hall gets a touch to it. You win a corner. It's Ferris. Sends it long. Nisbet picks it up. All the way back to Roche. Giles. Takes the deflection on the way through. There's Maya Lobo. Gemma Ferris. Back to Lobo. Goes long, looking for the run of Brooklyn Hudson. Annabella Keep getting there first. Unable to guide it out of play, so has to get creative here. And just to find Layla Etherington. Middleton with a clearing pass, looking for Edwards. Pass was picked off by Lobo. Here's Kashaba. Middleton. Nice tackle there on Sienna Arate. And here comes Siobhan Edwards. Siobhan Edwards cut off by Ferris, and Ferris is putting it out for a throw-in. Wanderers holding up incredibly well defensively here this afternoon. As indeed are the Illawarra Stingrays. Both sides certainly had their fair share of attacking opportunities here in the opening 16 minutes or so, as Caitlin Cooper unable to tackle the ball away from Cameron. That one's picked off. Not for long, as Ferris goes out to Chelsea Barton. I believe that's the first time I've called her name this afternoon outside of the starting lineups. Edwards passes it away to Caristal, who goes backwards to Cooper. Edwards looking for the flick on there for Middleton. Middleton is unable to get a clean shot away. Missed the initial pass, but it took a deflection on the way through, which meant that Middleton was onside and was able to get the shot away. It would have counted. Cooper spins away from 3 players. It's almost like something you would have seen out of a training drill. Here's Bicknell looking for Nisbet, picked off there. And here comes Cameron. Hudson comes onto it, flag stays down. Brooklyn Hudson coming back in, leaving it away. Barker in for I believe it was Annika Stajic. Hudson, no, not Hudson. Intercepted by a teammate, intended for Hudson. Here comes Kashaba into the box. Cross, a low cross blocked and stopped. And Edwards goes over her head anyway, but had a 3-on-1 to contend with in favour of the defensive side there, the Wanderers. Flag is up for offside. Roche will come out to take it, just adjusting the gloves. The Stingrays keeper goes short to Giles, back to Roche. I thought that Roche might have been lining up for a long one there off the restart. Opting to go short instead. As Caristal unable to win the ball, will be thrown to the Wanderers to be taken by Barton. Right on the halfway line. Nisbet gets it away. Sent long. In fact, Ferris heads it backwards. Will do well to keep it in play here. The ball did look like it was travelling a little bit faster until it wasn't. Held up in the grass there. Nisbet goes back to Roche. Etherington. Ferris gets a touch to it. Confusion as to who wants it there for the Wanderers. Sent long and they'll find its way to the Stingrays keeper. Still scoreless here, 20 minutes in at Macedonia Park. In this round 3 NPL Women's New South Wales first grade matchup. So all games in the competition today kicking off at 5 p.m. bar one at the Arctic Circle. Is Zamaya tries to cross it in. That's corner, so cleared out a play off the Stingrays. Gladesville and MacArthur kicking off at 5:10, but other than that, every game in the competition today kicking off at 5 p.m. So, nice Sunday afternoon lined up. I'll put it this way, if I was at home right now, I'd have probably every single game going on different areas of my multiple screens, just floating around all the different ones in the competition. There's a corner to no avail. Will be cleared away by Illawarra. Chloe Middleton dribbling it out now. Will be a throw in. So the Wanderers, depending on where they take this throw in, chance to stay on the attack here. I have a feeling they might go backward. No, they're going to go forwards. Picked off by Middleton. Nisbet. Hooks. Giles. It's back to Hooks. Cooper flicks it on for Layla Etherington. Flag stays down. In behind is Siobhan Edwards. She gets a touch to it. Siobhan Edwards. Left foot. Amy Hall gets a hand to it, but Siobhan Edwards, too much power on the shot. And we have the opening goal here in the 23rd minute by Siobhan Edwards. It is Illawarra Stingrays 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. And Siobhan Edwards hits the score sheet for the first time this season for the Stingrays. Twin sister of Sydney FC goalkeeper Brianna Edwards. Siobhan Edwards, a lethal striker in her own right. I can only imagine what that sort of dynamic would have been like to grow up in. One a star goalkeeper, the other a star striker. It certainly makes shooting practice easy at the Edwards household, that's for sure. There's never any debate about who goes in goals. Roche settling down to the right side of the sticks. Sends it long. Etherington heads it on. It's Siobhan Edwards. Can she make it 2 in as many minutes? She might have to cross this one in for a teammate. Does so. Picked off by Ferris. Unable to bring it down was Etherington. And the Wanderers might have a chance to hit on the counter. Brooklyn Hudson finds Annika Stajic. No, she won't. Picked off by Hooks. And now Nisbet. And we'll send it back to Roche, and they'll attempt to play it out from the back once again. There's Giles. Well, pass it between two players. And a throw in. Here's Ferris. Nisbet. Annika Stajic takes a shot. And goal kick. Giles. Carastal. Flicks it behind for Cooper, who goes long. Siobhan Edwards, can she beat Maya Lobo? Shoulder to shoulder. Maya Lobo wins. Lobo with the advantage on the inside lane there. Where's that one going? That one's going to the Wanderers. Carastal pulls up a little bit ginger, but back to her feet. Carastal has come over from Manly United for the Stingrays. In fact, I called a game last year between the Stingrays and Manly United where Stingrays ran out winners. Carastal with an absolute screamer from about 40 yards out. Was caught then Stingrays keeper Brianna Edwards off her line, which was Manly's only goal in the loss. As Roche claims that one very nicely. I'm sure Carastal will be hoping to do similar things this season for the Stingrays. Here's Giles. Etherington. Lobo picks the pass off and it'll bounce right back to Etherington. There's Keep. Has to hold it up. Kashaba goes backwards to Giles. In for Carastal, who looks to play that through. Carastal will pick up the defensive intercept there. And Etherington will keep it alive. Finds Keep. That will be Stingray's throw. A chance to stay back on the attack here. There's a throw brought down by Carastal. Goes into the box. Out of the way by Lobo. Middleton heads it on. Edwards gets in behind. Wasn't able to keep possession. Etherington gets a shot away. Picked off by Hall. The Stingrays looking a lot more. They're looking the more dangerous of the two sides after a goal from Siobhan Edwards. Momentum seemingly with the home side here. Of course, if momentum is something that you believe in sports. I know plenty of people who don't. Hooks puts that out for a throw-in. Hudson gets around Nisbet. Not able to keep possession of the ball. It will be a throw-in though, so see what Barton can do here from the set piece. Barton goes back to Ferris. That's a free kick for the Wanderers. The first foul of the afternoon goes in favour of the visitors. So it's put into the box, headed away by Cooper. Bicknell brings it down for Nisbet, who has Edwards in space. Tracking back, though, is Barton, and she'll get a touch on it to put it out behind. I think perhaps most interestingly here this afternoon, I have seen a couple of Sydney FC jerseys floating around here. Of course, Sydney Derby rivals in the A-Leagues, the Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney FC. Just goes to show the rivalry never ends, even when one of the sides isn't playing. As Keep throws it in. Brought down by Edwards. Etherington was onside. I believe Middleton wasn't, which is why she's let that one go. Headed at the far post. Still with the Stingrays. Alexia Carastal has doubled the advantage here for the home side in the 32nd minute. And Stingrays 2 to the good here at Macedonia Park. The Illawarra Stingrays 2, the Western Sydney Wanderers 0. The home side well and truly in control of this one. As we enter the final 15 minutes plus stoppages of the first half. 2-0 to the Stingrays. And the Western Sydney Wanderers will certainly be hoping at the very least to not concede another before half-time. Get into the sheds, reassess, maybe change tactics, a couple of players, some substitutions. Perhaps, or, they could get one back right here through Brooklyn Hudson. Crossing it in, looking for Annika Stajic. Goes over the head of everyone. Takes a deflection on the way out. Etherington clears it long. Lobo heads it back. And Carastal brings it home. Siobhan Edwards jumps onto it. Edwards has got Carastal, but she'll go herself. And that one is about as wayward as Layla Etherington's shot was about 20 minutes ago. 2-0 to the home side still. A goal kick for the Wanderers. Certainly haven't been bad in this first half. In fact, I've actually been quite good. Just a couple of moments of brilliance thus far from the home side. The Stingrays to find a way past the back line and past Amy Hall. So I can't imagine they'll have to change too much at halftime to find a way back into it if they fail to do so before the halftime interval. Interestingly, from a tactics perspective, the Wanderers, actually I'll hold that thought. So it's cleared away long, and Kashaba, I'll get on to that one. Perhaps interestingly, there hasn't been a lot of playing out from the back from the Wanderers. Actually, that one will, flag is up for offside, right? So the senior side under new coach Jeff Abrahams sort of changed up the way things were being done at an A-League women level. A lot of playing out from the back. Jeff Abrahams, the technical director for the Women's Academy, as well, is recently promoted to full-time coach of the A-League women's squad. There's nothing in the press release about whether he's stayed on as technical director as well. Edwards goes to Etherington. Etherington along the ground finds Carastal. Passes it away looking for Hayley Bicknell. Back to Middleton. So it'll be interesting to see whether Abrahams indeed stays on as technical director for the entire women's program at the Wanderers, and indeed coach of the NPL women's side. A role he was supposed to take up before Robbie Hooker departed the club for personal reasons. As I was saying, it's interesting that at the A-League women level it's all been about playing out from the back, which was a hallmark of Abraham's Sydney Olympic side last season. But a lot of just not necessarily playing out from the back here this afternoon thus far that I've seen. I haven't had a chance to watch the Wanderers opening 2 games. But yeah, just something interesting of note that I found is Edwards here loses the ball to Miriam Zamaya. Lobo goes long looking for Brooklyn Hudson. We'll find her. Hudson. Looking for Estella Cameron. Is only able to find Poppy Hawks. But it could just be as simple as the coaching staff in their scouting of the Stingrays noted something about playing out from the back. Just made it an unwise decision here this afternoon. So that one's picked off by Chelsea Barton, but the referee has adjudged a foul on Caitlin Cooper by Barton. That will be a free kick for the Stingrays. Yeah, it's always nice tactically to have, both sorts of styles in your arsenal, being able to play out from the back and also send it long and trusting yourself, or trusting, your mid to be able to win it in midfield. Personally, I want to see more of a return to hoofing it long and getting rather annoyed with nearly every single side at all levels. Just thinking, play it out of the back is the flavour of the month, and that's what we have to do. Madness. As free kicks put in, brought down by Giles, headed away by Ferris, not quite cleared. Middleton's going to strike. And it will be a goal kick. And it looks like the Wanderers are going to set up here to play out from the back. Just as I went for my little spiel there as to why sides necessarily shouldn't. Pressure's on here. Ferris out to Barton. Barton finds Hudson, who flicks it on for Cameron. It'll be turned over. I guess that'll teach me to do tactical analysis on a call. Sides looking to prove me wrong all the time. I don't blame him, to be honest. It's hooks. It's picked up here by Cameron. Looking to play it through for Hudson. Hooks gets there first. And just, actually wins it back. Bicknell holds that up nicely. Cooper loses possession of the ball. Stajic is onside. Flag stays down. Cooper picks it up. Middleton. Back to Giles. Goes along the ground for Cooper in midfield. Cooper looks for Etherington. Ferris. That's a Barton. Hudson. Barton wins the throw in there from Genevieve Nisbet. There's about 5 minutes plus stoppages to go. And the Stingrays will get the ball back via a throw in. keep. Middleton, not able to get a touch on it. Rolls through to Cooper, who won't be able to keep possession. Lobo. Goes long, looking for Stajic. The flag is up for offside. It's a couple of times now that Stajic has been caught offside. That might be an adjustment to make for the second half, is just timing the run a little bit better. There's Giles. Back to Roche. Who'll send it back to Giles off the restart. It's Carastal. Going backwards to Hooks. Across to Giles. Back to Hooks. Giles. Well, you don't need me to tell you that's going back to Poppy Hooks. Now, forward by Giles to Carastal. Passing it around in a triangle of the three of them at the moment. And now we go forward. Nisbet keeps that one in play just in front of the Wanderers bench. No, she doesn't. Hudson. Stingrays win it. Edwards goes along the wing. Cross will come in, looking for Etherington. Who wants it? Etherington gets there first. Etherington taps it home. And it's 3 for the Stingrays. Layla Etherington gets her second of the season. It is the Illawarra Stingrays 3. Western Sydney Wanderers 0. That was a beautiful cross that came in. A little bit of miscommunication between the defender and the goalkeeper. It was allowed to bounce, and Etherington was able to get it home for the third goal. And the Wanderers, that one hurt. It was so close to half-time. Already conceded 2, now 3-0 down, heading into the half-time interval. For the Stingrays, you can't ask for a much better first half than this. Stajic brings it down. Goes across, flicked on. Estella Cameron. Hudson has to go back to Barton. Comes in for Sienna Arate. Lobo's pass will be picked off there. Here's Siobhan Edwards. Edwards gets that one in behind. Will chase down her own pass. Edwards crossing it in, looking for Etherington. Not able to time it, but Carastal will take it off of Lobo's feet. And a free kick has been awarded here to the Stingrays. In quite a dangerous position. So how many will the Wanderers put into the wall? How will Amy Hall position the wall? And indeed, who's going to take the free kick for the Stingrays? So several players all standing around the wall. So far, you've got Annabella Keep and Layla Etherington standing off to the side, as is Hooks. And the Wanderers, the Stingrays don't appear to have got themselves ready for this set piece. And it's starting to get a little bit easy now. Something off the training ground, and out comes the charging wall. I certainly don't think that was how they drew it up. Lobo receives the throw-in from Alvina Kashava. Hall. Across to Ferris. Siobhan Edwards. Trying to put the pressure on. Out to Barton. Chelsea Barton. Sends it long down the wing. Kept in by Brooklyn Hudson. Out off Genevieve Nisbet. So the Wanderers we'll get another throw in. We're into stoppage time now. Almost 1 minute has elapsed. I believe it looks like the referee's got the whistle in the mouth. Yep. Only the 1 minute of first half stoppage time. And it's the Illawarra Stingrays 3, the Western Sydney Wanderers 0. Goals to Siobhan Edwards to open the scoring. Alexia Carastal in the 32nd minute with the team's second goal. And then Layla Etherington in the 43rd to give Stingrays a 3-0 lead at half-time. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon. We'll be back in about 14 minutes' time for the second half. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back here to the second half of this round 3 NPL Women's New South Wales clash here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon from Macedonia Park, where at half time it is the Illawarra Stingrays 3, leading the Western Sydney Wanderers 0. And the Stingrays running from right to left here in the second half in the two-tone pink jersey with white trim, blue shorts and white socks. While for the Wanderers, it's a predominantly red kit with black hooping on the front, black shorts and red socks with white hoops. There's Caitlin Cooper here on the ball. Nisbet go backwards here to Poppy Hooks, and will be picked off by Brooklyn Hudson. Going in here to Amy Barker in jersey number 33. Was listed as number 18 on the team sheet, but is indeed wearing jersey number 33. Stella Cameron goes backwards. Sideways pass now to Sienna Arate. Was here for Chelsea Barton, and that's headed by Hayley Bicknell on the way through. It's Alexia Carastyle. It goes out to Layla Etherington. Siobhan Edwards. Look to lay the pass back in for Etherington. It was picked off by Alvina Kashaba. That's going to go out off Miriam Zamaya, and it will be a throw in for the Stingrays. No half-time substitutions to speak of, I believe. So just a reminder on those starting 11s in goals for the Illawarra. Actually, I'll hold that thought. As Barker goes backwards to Zamaya. All the way back to Alvina Kashava, to Zamaya, who has one goal for the Wanderers so far this season. Scoring in that 3-1 win last week against Sydney Olympic. Siobhan Edwards here in behind. It's onto the ball and around Gemma Ferris. Ferris does have the inside lane, but Edwards able to get the cross away. And, in fact, will win her side a corner. No? Yes. Yes. Illawarra Stingrays with the corner. I'll take you back through the lineups. And goals for the Stingrays. Number 31 is Kiara Roche. Number 4 is Poppy Hooks. Number 7 is and captain is Chloe Middleton. Number 10 is Alexia Carastyle, who scored in the 32nd minute. Annabella Keep in jersey number 12. And jersey number 8, it's Siobhan Edwards, who scored the game's opening goal in the 23rd minute. Number 15, Caitlin Cooper. Number 16, Genevieve Nisbet. Number 19, Layla Etherington. And in the 43rd, goal scorer in the 43rd minute. Number 20 is Ella Giles. And number 30 is Hayley Bicknell. As Stingrays line up here to take the corner. That's curling towards the far post. Tapped on by Hall. Cleared off the line. And almost a fourth for the Stingrays. But they'll have to wait a little bit longer. As Miriam Zamaya here isn't able to find a way around Annabella Keep at the first time of asking. Or indeed at the second time of asking. As Keep will pick up the ball and try to... Well, it looked like she was trying to play it out, but now we have a goal kick for the Wanderers, which will, for the Stingrays, which will allow us to go back through the Wanderers lineup. So in goals, it's number 1, Amy Hall, number 3, Gemma Ferris, number 5, Chelsea Barton, number 8 is Estella Cameron, number 11 is Miriam Zamaya, number 14 is Alvina Kashaba, number 16 is Annika Stajic, number 33 is Amy Barker, who was listed in jersey number 18. 23 and captain is Maya Lobo. Number 26 is Sienna Arate. And rounding out the starting side is number 32, Brooklyn Hudson. For the visiting Western Sydney Wanderers. My name is Paletti, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here on the call with you this afternoon. Is coming onto it is Hayley Bicknell. She's in space. Coming back is Chelsea Button. Shot. Rockets off the post from Hayley Bicknell. Falls to Arate, who's not quite able to clear it. Layla Etherington trying her best to keep it in. Now it's cleared as Miriam Zamaya won't win that ball, and indeed will end up giving away the throw-in as it's played out off of Zamaya for the last touch. Will be a throw-in to the Stingrays. Barker goes backwards. Cross pass now to Arate. Nisbet calling for someone to come forward, or come closer at least. Middleton obliges. Carstyle goes on to Bicknell. She's trying to chase that one down. She'll keep it in. Bicknell. Carstyle. Can she go from here? Takes a deflection. Picked up. Goal kick. Flag was down for offside. Took a wicked deflection there off the back of a Wanderers player. But I think Ray's just unable to control the shot there. So we will have a goal kick. Wanderers playing out from the back. You were listening in the first half. I went on a bit of a tangent about playing out from the back. As we'll wait for a ball to come back into play here. As that one's come over the fencing. And Hooks will throw a ball to Nisbet. So Genevieve Nisbet takes the throw in to Siobhan Edwards, who's a little bit further back than you might expect your starting striker to be. But Edwards will muscle away off onto the ball and give away the foul. That foul was taken very quickly, and I'm not even sure if it touched the second player. But regardless, we move on. Middleton. Here's Barker. Has got Annika Stajic in the middle. Goes out towards the left to Zamaya. Back for Barker, who tries to dribble it inside the 18-yard box. Has to go backwards and has to jump over the pass out. Cross comes in. At the far post, it's Brooklyn Hudson. But it will beat everyone out of play for a goal kick. And now it's the Stingrays' turn to play out from the back. Okay, Kiara Shea actually... no, she's just going to send everyone long. It looked like she wanted to play out from the back, but looks like maybe perhaps a slight miscommunication there as Carstyle brings it down. Bobbles over the ball for a little bit. Middleton, back to Carstyle. Bicknell. Takes a deflection off Barton before it goes out to Siobhan Edwards, who crosses it in. Off the crossbar from Layla Etherington, who was looking for a double and was inches away from getting it. Maya Lobo just not able to reach that one as it kind of went over her head and it was allowed to bounce. And Layla Etherington said, "Thank you very much. I'll take a free shot at the goals." But just went a touch too high and out of play. And Amy Hall choosing to send her back line long. And based on the way everyone's piling up here, it's going to be here on the near side where this pass where this restart goes. And the Stingrays will get to it first. It's Hooks. Short pass back to Roche, almost picked off by Stajic, and the Wanderers will get a throw in. Chelsea Barton throws it in. As flag goes up for offside. As Hooks doesn't quite get all of that one. It's sort of slipped, or nearly slipped on the back end on the way through, but recovered well here by the Stingrays from that restart from the offside. Carastal. Hooks. Giles. Goes long. It's Cooper. Carastal. Middleton. Cooper holds it up. Back to Keep, who's not able to get the pass out to Etherington, but Etherington picks it up now. And about Keep, sending it through for Middleton. Coming back in here by Keep, who's got options in the middle, crosses it, headed in at the far post. A diving header on the way in, just wasn't able to be cleanly headed by Bicknell. There will be a goal kick. 12 minutes into this second half, 57th minute of the game. And the Stingrays, even with a 3-goal lead, certainly are not slowing down. The Wanderers looking to find a way to get one back. Brooklyn Hudson has to hold that up. She waits for teammates to arrive. Trying to get around Genevieve Nisbet. Keeps possession of the ball for now. And now loses it. Nisbet is backwards to Carastal. Cooper. Hooks. Carastal. Stajic looking to take the ball away. Wasn't able to do so. Stella Cameron here. Cleared to Hayley Bicknell. Edwards. Bicknell. We're going to go back into Edwards. Lobo. Passes it away to Cameron. And be settled down now by the visitors. Look to restart an attack from here. It's Lobo. Goes out in front of the Wanderers bench. Indeed, over the heads of everyone. There will be a Stingray throw in. It was a very even start to this game by both sides, and then the Stingrays able to take control in the first half. Goals in the 23rd, 32nd and 43rd minutes. So the 3-0 halftime scoreline, and since Siobhan Edwards put it home, they haven't really relinquished control of this game, and will be looking to finish as strongly as they can. Hoping to get a clean sheet for Kiara Roche this afternoon, as Alexia Carastal puts it through for Hayley Bicknell, who tries to cut back on the inside. It's just booted away for a throw in by Maya Lobo. Wanderers without a couple of their current A-League women's stars who made the trip out to Western Australia last night, the likes of Bronte True and Talia Capitanellis spring to mind. Bronte True last season at the MacArthur Rams. As it comes in here, Bicknell looks to drive that down with a header, picked off by Hall, who makes a save. Natalia Capitanelis last season with Sydney Uni. Helped guide her side to the Sapphire Cup final, where they ultimately lost to the Northern Tigers. Certainly wish they had some of that experience out on the park this afternoon. Ferris heads it away to Hudson. Ferris wins a foul. It's given away by Bicknell. No arguments there. From Stingrays number 30, we're going to have our first substitutions of the afternoon. So, Sienna Arate making her way from the field. And so is Brooklyn Hudson. And coming on, I'll tell you in a second, as we're into the 61st minute. Oh, I can tell you who one of them is. I'll recognise those boots anywhere. Number 21 is Olivia Vanderlaan. So she'll go up top. And number 7, Alyssa McKenzie. Yes, there's no mistaking the distinct boot choices, or the boot choice of Olivia Vanderlaan. One highlighted yellow on the right foot, one highlighted pink on the left foot. There's Kashava. Goes itself, and Roche just allows that one to bounce over her head. I'll be out for a goal kick. Olivia Vanderlaan last season with Sydney University as well, making her way over to Western Sydney Wanderers this season. And Vanderlaan's substitution on allows Annika Stajic to drop back a little bit towards almost like a number 10, attacking midfielder sort of role, as opposed to the out-and-out striker. Here's Barker. Carastyle plays that through for Middleton. Bicknell just holding back her run there. Was unsure if Middleton was going to get to it. And welcome to the game, Alyssa McKenzie, getting into a battle with your opposite number and taking a tumble to the turf. There's certainly one way to introduce yourself to the contest. As Siobhan Edwards in behind here. We'll get to it before it goes out behind. Cross comes in. Corner for the Stingrays. And Amy Hall had to get to it off the previous corner attempt here from the home side. It was then cleared off the line. Certainly curling in towards the far post. I don't know if Carastyle was attempting an Olympico on that one. But if she wants to attempt one again, I certainly hope so. I do like calling Olympicos, although maybe not today. My voice is starting to give out as we enter the... Trying to do math on the fly here. What's... as we're into the... about the 63rd or the 64th minute now. Carastyle driving low along the... not quite along the ground, but it will be kept in here by the Stingrays. Now cleared away. And Vanderlaan tries to get there first, but Middleton cuts it off. Here's Carastyle. Middleton very distinct in her appearance. Actually, very distinct in her appearance with the top knot, with the pale pink bow tie holding it in place. Here's Bicknell. Goes down in the box. Referee says no. Bicknell can't believe it, appealing for it. She's back to her feet now. And Barker looking to come away with it, passing it away here to Miriam Zamaya. So over the halfway line now, comes back in for Barker. Vanderlaan looking to get on the end of that one. And it's loose. Into the side netting from Olivia Vanderlaan. I think that might be the first mistake at the back from the Stingrays all afternoon. Just a little bit of miscommunication there between Poppy Hooks and Kiara Roche. Allowed Vanderlaan a shot, but wasn't able to angle it in. Bicknell certainly couldn't believe that she didn't win a penalty there. The referee said no. Going short this time. Here's Roche, who now looks to send it long. In fact, it's going to be picked off by Mackenzie. Alyssa Mackenzie gets around Nisbet. The pace of Mackenzie, not able to get the cross away. Has to go backwards now to Stajic. Picked off by Carastal. Nisbet will settle it down by sending it out of play for a throw-in. Barton goes to Mackenzie. Just shoulder to shoulder with Nisbet, who gets possession. Hooks. Puts that one as far away as she can. Ferris. Siobhan Edwards. Carastal. Edwards loses possession there to Annika Stajic. Carastal. Edwards. Cleared away by Ferris. Stajic. Looking for I think she might have been looking for Vanderlaan, but Zamaya was the one who was closest to it in the end. Not able to get possession. So Stingrays, that clearance is picked off there by Kashaba. Ferris. Barton. Mackenzie passing it off to Stajic. Who wins the throw-in. But halfway through this the regulation time of this second half. Barton throws it in. Barker not able to get there. Hooks. Goes to Middleton, who's got Chelsea Barton coming in behind. And it beautifully played in behind for Siobhan Edwards. Who's not able to get a one-on-one, but cuts back on the inside, back towards goal. Crossed, looking for Etherington, who will get there first. So it will be kept alive by the Stingrays, having to go slightly backwards here to go forwards. In fact, that's actually going to be taken away by Zamaya, who keeps it in. Looking for Vanderlaan. Actually, it's gone out of place. So it's going to be a throw-in. Stingrays yet to go to their bench. A couple of players look like they're starting to warm up, so Stingrays might be getting ready to make their first substitution shortly. Wanderers gone to the bench once for 2 substitutions. Those being Alyssa Mackenzie and Olivia Vanderlaan coming on in the 61st minute of the game. Nisbet. Mackenzie tries to win it. And Nisbet coming away with that one there. Having to get past 2 Wanderers players, Annika Stajic and Alyssa Mackenzie. And Siobhan Edwards appears to be in a little bit of discomfort here after that collision. It's back moving though. Just appears to have got a little bit of a stinger. Slight winding perhaps. As Annika Stajic tries to win the ball off Caitlin Cooper, unable to do so. Back to Nisbet. Now for a throw in. Intended target was Caitlin Cooper, but Barton to Stella Cameron. Back to Chelsea Barton. Here's Alyssa McKenzie. Bicknell. Cooper. Edwards not able to get onto that one. Cameron to Stajic. Into McKenzie. He's got Vanderline on the inside. Goes beyond Vanderline. Middleton taking some defensive measures there. Shot comes in from Stella Cameron straight into Kiara Roche. There's no shot on target, but there was absolutely no doubting the result of that one. That being said, you do have to be in the lottery to win it. And if you look at the A-League women's competition, I should just say the A-Leagues in general so far in season 2024-25, because A-League men as well have certainly seen a lot of goalkeeping howlers and errors. So, you're going to have a ticket in the lottery to win it, and a shot on target is as good a chance as any to score. Middleton goes down. McKenzie goes down, back to her feet first, crossing it in, looking at the far post, head of the way. Carastal brings it down. Cooper. Bicknell. Etherington. Flag stays down. Layla Etherington. What a save by Amy Hall. Oh, what a save by Amy Hall. As Etherington was in behind. Time to run incredibly well there, despite the calls or the appeals from the Wanderers defensive line for offside. There was no doubt about Etherington having timed the run. McKenzie tries to beat Nisbet for pace. In fact, has she won the throw in here? No, she hasn't. It's gone out off McKenzie. Was able to beat Nisbet, wasn't able to beat Carastal. It was McKenzie. Barton adds it forward to Vanderline, who brings it down, trying to get around Poppy Hooks. It will be a corner for the Wanderers. It will be Alvina Kashaba coming across to take it. Corner comes in. It's headed down and cleared off the line. But go back out for another corner. As Kiara Roche is down. I imagine the trainer is going to be brought on here to have a look at the Stingrays goalkeeper. She hasn't moved. And the trainer being waved on here by the referee. I was cleared off the line out for a corner by the Stingrays. That shot on goal, and in fact, I think I'll take a slight drinks break while Roche's receiving treatment. Kiara Roche back to her feet now after receiving treatment. So it will be a corner now for the Wanderers. Sophie Emery warming up on the Stingrays bench is now taking the gloves back off. So it's a corner. It's a short-ish corner along the ground outside of the 18-yard box. Cleared away now by the Stingrays. Headed forward by Edwards, but Lobo there to clean up. So Kiara Roche moving around a little nicely now inside the 18-yard box. And so good to see her back to her feet. And Sophie Emery, well, at least she's warm now if Stingrays decide they want to take some precautions there with Kiara Roche. But for now, it's Chelsea Barton here for the Wanderers to throw it in. Out by Nisbet. No! They're saying Vanderlaan got the last touch. So it will be Nisbet to throw it in now. So 3-0 here at Macedonia Park. Caitlin Cooper on the ball. Out for Bicknell. Bicknell looking to put that back in for Siobhan Edwards. Cleared away by Ferris. Past to Barton, who clears it out for a throw-in. I don't think it's where she intended for it to go, but it's where it has gone. Goals to Siobhan Edwards in the 23rd minute. Alexia Karastal in the 32nd. Layla Etherington in the 43rd. A 3-0 scoreline here at Macedonia Park in favour of the home side. A free kick for Wanderers. Foul given away there by Chloe Middleton. As both sides going to the bench now, I believe. So Estella Cameron, her last action of the game was winning that foul. She'll come off. And goal scorer Layla Etherington will come off for the home side. Tell you who's come on for both sides in a minute when they both turn to face the camera. I'll be able to see the numbers on the backs of their jerseys. So Hope Claw has come on for the Wanderers, and number 27, Helena Halos Lewis, has come on in place of Layla Etherington for the Stingrays. So for the Stingrays, Layla Etherington off, Helena Halos Lewis on, and for the Western Sydney Wanderers, it's Hope Claw on, and not Alvina Kashaba, Estelle Cameron off. I've written that in the wrong section of my notebook. Roche is lining up the kick, wants to go long, no, playing out from the back. This time by the Stingrays. Ferris. Out of play by Nisbet. Annika Static on throw-in duty. This time around is Vanderlaan to Hope Claw. Across field. Savina Kashaba into Amy Barker. Back for Barker. Amy Barker. Shot away. Barker tries to get a second shot away. What a save by Kiara Roche. Here in the 81st minute. As Kiara Roche doing everything she can to keep a clean sheet. As the corner comes in, Ball's loose and picked up by Kiara Roche. Was able to claim it that time. And a short throw out to Chloe Middleton. Middleton passing it away there to Annabella Keep. Was not able to be kept in play by the Stingrays. Barker goes backwards to Klur. Stajic ends up going all the way back to Amy Hall. Kashaba goes out and come back in to Maya Lobo. As Hooks give away the throw in there. One's bounced over the fencing, so we're going to get a new ball here. Actually, no. Someone from the Wanderers has quickly ducked behind the fence there to recover that ball, so they can get the throw away rather quickly. Stajic. Barker. Player's gone down in the box there. Vanderline. It's in at the far post off of Alyssa McKenzie. And no clean sheet today for Kiara Roche. And Alyssa McKenzie hits the score sheet in the 80s. I'll say that's the 83rd minute. It's close enough. Maybe the 82nd or the 83rd. Take your pick. Chloe Middleton down now for the Illawarra Stingrays. Alyssa McKenzie on the score sheet for the Western Sydney Wanderers. The Illawarra Stingrays 3. Western Sydney Wanderers 1. Middleton back up now. As a trainer is onto the field. Well, she's sitting up at least, and now she's back to her feet. Oh, she looks to be in quite some discomfort as she collapses back onto the turf, and I think that's going to be the afternoon done for Chloe Middleton. But I'm not a doctor, so I could have a little bit of a lengthy stoppage here, so I'll recap the action for you. The opening goal scored in the 23rd minute of the first half by Siobhan Edwards. Alexia Carastyle then made it 2-0 in the 32nd minute. Layla Etherington in the 43rd to give the Stingrays a 3-0 half-time lead. And then Alyssa McKenzie with the goal just then to make it 3-1. Chloe Middleton is being told she has to leave the field before play can get restarted. She's back to her feet now, sort of jogging off. So, as I said, I'm not a doctor. So I was certainly prepared to write her afternoon off, and Middleton being waved back on now. And she'll get a touch of the ball here. Caitlin Cooper loses possession there. Amy Barker goes out to Miriam Zamaya. Back to Barker. In behind for Vanderline, who gets a shot away. The flag's up for offside. It would have been saved by Kiara Roche anyway. Disappointing there for Roche giving away that goal. Well, she didn't give it away, but wasn't able to make the save. The way she's played this afternoon, she absolutely deserved the clean sheet, in my opinion. But that's why you play out the full 90 minutes plus stoppages. Hooks. Nisbet. Barton. Klur. Nisbet picks the pass off. Middleton. Leaves that through for... Well, I thought she was leaving it through for Cooper. Ended up picking it up herself. And Middleton gives away the foul there on Amy Barker. Free kick taken quickly. And Miriam Zamaya finds herself in behind here. I believe that Annabelle Keep getting back. Annabella Keep, I should say. Having a bit of trouble reading my own writing. Edwards looking to put on the afterburners to get around Maya Lobo. No one in. Oh, actually, she's got Bicknell in support, and that's where she goes. It's crossed. And we'll come back out to Cara Stahl. Bicknell. Tries. Middleton's going to have a shot. Goes off the back there of Hope Claw. Right on the numbers. Let's keep. Go back to Roche. Boost that long and over the fence out for a throw in. Stingrays going to the bench for the second time. And it's curtains on the afternoon for Hayley Bicknell. She'll leave the field. And coming on is the suspense is daunting. It's Tara Cannon. So she'll come on in the 87th minute for Hayley Bicknell, who's made her way off. A couple of shots by Hayley Bicknell this afternoon and a couple of saves by Hall as well. She might consider herself unfortunate to have not ended up on the score sheet. As Roche brings that down from, I believe it was Chelsea Barton who got that one away, and Vanderlaan just putting the pressure on to get play back underway so that Roche will be forced to pick it up. Barton heads it forward. Mackenzie. We'll go out of play off of Mackenzie. Will be Nisbet to throw it in. She's got a couple of options here. She's got Cannon. She's got as Siobhan Edwards. That's just where she went. Cleared now by Hall. Vanderlaan brings it down. Tries to try and get around Cara Stahl. Unable to. Cannon putting the pressure on, forcing the pass away. Barker. Barton. Claw. Mackenzie in behind for Annika Stajic, who has 2 on the season. She's trying to win the ball here. Cara Stahl doesn't want to let it go, and Cara Stahl being awarded the foul. Annika Stajic just booting the ball backwards in frustration. Raises her arm at the referee. Sort of like a, how's that a foul? Frustration there from Stajic. Certainly nothing with any ill intent in terms of the questioning there of the match officials. As Cannon now wins a free kick as Barton sends her into the turf. Cara Stahl in no hurry there to get the ball, so it'll be up to Alyssa Mackenzie to do so. There's, they know they're up. Hooks sends that one long for Edwards. Edwards goes to Cannon. Goal kick. I think the less said about that one, the better. And Amy Hall looking to restart this one rather quickly. Lobo. Back to Hall. Actually, the referee is saying that the ball wasn't moving. I thought it was still moving. It wasn't stationary to take the goal kick. In fact, I think the referee might have saved a potential disaster there for the Western Sydney Wanderers, as I don't think Amy Hall was expecting the pass back from Lobo, and Middleton was certainly on her way in, and Middleton's gone down again. Play on for now, and now we'll get a stop from the referee. Trainer being waved on again to have a look at Middleton. As we enter stoppage time here at Macedonia Park. I imagine we're probably looking at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, and even more now. So we're almost through about a minute of the initial passage of stoppage time. So could be in for a little bit of a late finish here, depending on how long Middleton needs. Just giving the water back to the trainer though, so back to her feet, and she'll make her way from the field again. And a substitute warming up there for the Stingrays. So likely just be the 3 substitutions this afternoon for the Stingrays. We're going to have a drop ball here. Lobo to sends it long. Middleton getting waved back onto the field now. Nisbet. Where's that throw in going? That throw in is going the way of the Wanderers. So it's out off Nisbet. McKenzie throws it in. Back out off Nisbet, who just gently gets ahead to that one. Vanderlaan brings it down. Appeals for handball. Waved away. That certainly looks like... Oh, actually, there's going to be a corner here. Hasn't been able to be kept in play by Ella Giles. Short corner taken by McKenzie as Kashaba was making her way across to take it. Claimed by Kiara O'Shea. Slowly gets back on foot. The Stingrays goalkeeper sends it long. Ferris. Giles. Cannon. And Annika Stajic has come up on the wrong side there of a contest with Cannon. Play stays on for now, and I have a feeling that Annika Stajic is going to be feeling that one in the morning. She still hasn't moved. Stay with the play here, though. It's on the far side in front of the Stingrays bench. As Hellos Lewis wins the throw-in. Annika Stajic moving rather gingerly, and in fact goes to turf. And we're going to have another stoppage here. Stajic with 2 goals thus far this season. 1 in each of the games against Sydney Olympic and Manly United. One of those was a 5-1 loss to open the season. The other one was a 3-1 win in round 2. And with the Wanderers trainer being waved on, I'm going to take another drinks break. And in fact, that is the afternoon done for Annika Stajic. The trainer waving to the bench to indicate a substitution. So that will be the last substitution for the visitors this afternoon. Number 16, Annika Stajic coming off. Haven't quite seen who's replaced it yet. Arjun Surjan is the player who's come on for the Western Sydney Wanderers. A foul awarded in favour of the visitors. And I think... No, Amy Hall looked like she was going to come across to take that one, but Gemma Ferris going to send that along the ground to Lobo, just short of the halfway line. Lobo comes out here on the near side to Alvina Kashaba. Alyssa McKenzie gets around Genevieve Nisbet, but wins the ball. Nisbet clears it away. Actually didn't win the ball. Looked like she was going to for a second. And Mackenzie will win a corner for the Wanderers. No, it's going to be a goal kick. I thought that went out off of Middleton. Annika Stajic just being seen here by her father, Alan Stajic, here on the sideline. Just checking in, see if she's okay. Alan Stajic, of course, coach of the Western Sydney Wanderers A-League men's side. With the men on international break this week. As Richey sends it long. And Hawks will go back to Richey, who once again clears it. Caristyle. Edwards, back to Caristyle. In behind, looking for Siobhan Edwards. Cleaned up by Amy Hall. And we're into the 7th minute of stoppage time here. There was a couple of stoppages throughout, which have slowed that one down. So, almost entering the 8th minute of stoppage time. There's Ferris. Out of the way. And the referee has said that 7 minutes is enough. As the Illawarra Stingrays run out 3-1 victors here over the Western Sydney Wanderers at Macedonia Park. Siobhan Edwards opened the scoring in the 23rd minute for Alexia Caristyle. Doubled the advantage in the 32nd minute for the home side. Layla Etherington made it 3 just before half-time. The lone goal of the second half going to substitute Alyssa Mackenzie in the 83rd minute to give the Wanderers a little bit of hope as this game finished out in the dying stages. But it is the home side who walk away 3-1 victors as they're doing all of their damage in the first half. Thank you very much for joining us here from Macedonia Park on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It's Paletti signing off. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. The final score here from Macedonia Park: the Illawarra Stingrays 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. If you want to hear more of my commentary, I'll be back on the microphone next week for both of Saturday's games. That's right, I'll be frantically rushing between venues. I start the afternoon at 3 p.m. at the Arctic Circle before at Christie Park, I should say. Also known as the Arctic Circle, before dashing north to North Turramurra Recreation Area for a 6:30 p.m. kickoff. So I look forward to your company then. But as I said, it's Illawarra Stingrays 3, the Western Sydney Wanderers 1.